Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Artibonite in Haiti. The Departement Artibonite lies along the Gulf of Ghana in the more northerly section of Haiti, but also the more central. It's the largest department of Haiti. So it covers most of this coastline here and much of the interior. The interior of Haiti is incredibly mountainous, and two of Haiti's many mountain chains go through this department. The Black Mountains, or the Montagne Noire, cut through right about here, and then coming up through here in the southern part of the department are the Chaîne de Mathieu. And all throughout these mountains there are all kinds of different valleys, and Haitians mainly use those valleys for farming, but in this department it's different because the Artibonite River flows through the Artibonite department. It's Haiti's largest river and creates a huge valley around here. It's known as the breadbasket of Haiti, where most of Haiti's farms are located. And there are many different towns in the department, but there are two major cities. They are Saint-Marc right here and Colonial, which is Haiti's second largest city and very important to its history. So I think we should just get right into it, to be honest. Haiti is a small country, so even though it has a lot of geography, you can get through pretty quick. Haiti's history goes much farther back than most people would expect, because the Taino kingdoms were located here on the island of Hispaniola. Very, very powerful. They're technically chiefdoms, right? But essentially they were kingdoms, and many of them were or had their boundaries within the Artibonite region. But the Spanish would of course come and completely decimate all of the tribes and kingdoms here on the island. But Spain found a lot more profit on the eastern half of the island than the western half. They were starting to slowly but surely abandon it, and French pirates and buccaneers started to sneak onto the island and build little settlements and bases for their pirating, which of course the Spanish did not appreciate, but they didn't apparently do much about it on this island, because soon there was a very large French population, and eventually France would take official control of this half of Hispaniola. They called it Saint Domingue, since the Spanish called it Santo Domingo. And the French built many plantations on the island here, mainly sugar and tobacco. And you can imagine how they utilized this valley here for growing that sugar cane and the tobacco plants, right? But that would be France's downfall, because the most successful slave revolt in history took place here, and it was mainly centered around the city of Gonaive here. I should have mentioned, if you're wondering where these very unusual names come from, not Saint-Marc, but Gonaive, even Haiti, they all come from the Arawak Taino words for the area, so they kind of preserved the names but with more of a French pronunciation. So Gonaive saw many, many battles during the slave revolt, when Spain got involved and many of the leaders of the rebellion joined up with Spain to fight against France. A lot happened here. And then in the final stages of Haiti's war for independence, this is actually where the leader, Toussaint Louverture, was captured by the French. Pretty much, there would be no Haiti today if not for Toussaint Louverture. He's kind of like what we would consider the George Washington of Haiti, like the father of the country. But it's on like a much bigger scale because he really did fight. Not that George Washington didn't, but you know what I mean. Very, very important figure to Haiti and its history. But, no pun intended, that opened the door for many other people to take his place, and one of them was one of his buddies named Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Jean-Jacques Dessalines was also a freedom fighter, but was apparently much more vicious and violent than Toussaint was. It was him in Gonaïves on January 1st, 1803, that he declared Haiti an independent country, the world's first black country. And he established this town here. You can see a Dessalines. He had built this town to be the capital of Haiti, but he was killed a year after. So, after many other people vied for power, the city of Port-au-Prince became the capital of Haiti. This area, especially in Gonaïves, has seen quite a bit of political unrest since then. Many different revolutions, protests, coups, just pepper Haiti's history. And many of the rebellions and revolts originated here in Gonaïves, even when the United States occupied Haiti in the early 20th century. The big anti-American movement was based in Gonaïves. And I would say technically to this day, but let's say in modern times, if all was well in Haiti, the president would go to Gonaïves every January 1st, Haitian Independence Day, and be in a big parade there. But Haiti is going through some incredibly turbulent times at the moment. I've been keeping an eye on the news just to make sure nothing is too horrendous. But it all seems to be happening down in Port-au-Prince, so I don't really need to mention it, but it is worth mentioning that currently there's technically no leader of Haiti. The de facto leader is in hiding in Puerto Rico, and just this past week, the militants, I suppose, these gang leaders are, threatening to go after him in the most YouTube-friendly terms, and it's a real turning point in Haiti's history. I'm recording this, by the way, in March 2024, so anything could happen in the next couple of days. But I assume by looking at history, we should be keeping an eye on this area here as well, because a lot has sprung up there in Haiti's history. Now, there isn't much to show you on Google Earth, but I will go grab my tablet and we will explore this area. So, let's get right into it. Alright, here we are. Artibonite department. I'll zoom out a bit so you can really see a better drawing of the borders of this area here. You can see how large it is compared to the rest of Haiti. And let me zoom out a little more so you can see exactly where Haiti is located if you are not sure. Haiti is located on the island of Hispaniola, and it's part of the Greater Antilles of the Caribbean, which includes Cuba, Puerto Rico, Jamaica. What was I pointing at? I guess the Bahamas as well. And we can see from up here the mountain ranges that cut through up here. So through here. This is like one of the major ones, but it's right, you can see it goes right on top of the mountains there. So let me start off by showing you the Artibonite River. I was reading about this town here, Petite Rivière de l'Artibonite, the little Artibonite River, because a lot of revolutionary stuff happened there. Dessalines had a fort there, and we can see, goodness, I'm trying to find the thing that pops up that says the river's name, but I guess not. Maybe I have to zoom in closer. Here we go. Well, take my word for it. This is the river here. It's snaking through the countryside. It's not labeling on the map. And then it flows out into this big delta region here. Down here is Saint-Marc. And believe me, I looked through to try to find you guys some cool stuff, and there really isn't much to show you here, to be honest. Most of the pictures here are people taking selfies, so as fun as that is, I'm not going to show you. You can kind of see some of the little bays and valleys here created by the mountains. I can show you some stuff up in Colonial. Here we go. I'm gonna big city here. And the best pictures, I suppose, I can show you are down here. Also interesting, you can see from above all of the market stalls, all the little umbrellas here. Can you see them? So I assume this is a big marketplace because it's absolutely surrounded. But look how far it goes all down the streets here. Selling all kinds of food and trinkets. Probably a little bit of everything, right? At least that's what I hope all of that is, to be honest. Haiti is one of the poorest nations in the Western Hemisphere, so I really hope it's just all little market stalls and things, nothing too sad. But this is a beautiful church here, very, very modern. Cathédrale de Souvenir. Really pretty. And I think it's in this slideshow that you can see the park across the street and this cool independence statue here. I can't really see his face here, but from the hat that looks like Dessalines. Any picture I've seen of him, he's wearing a hat just like that. So I assume that's him. You can see it's over here. But this park doesn't have any good pictures. Anything else we can only really see is in the valleys here. The stairs also important in the independence movement. As you can see, it's just a little quaint town here. Let's see, I think if we go to, I think it was in Petite Rivière. I've gotten lost. There's Dessalines. I think we can. Yeah, it was this one. You can see his old fort here. Really, really cool. It's not clear. But in the big mountains here. And yet, sadly, there's not much else to show you. It's going to be the same theme in the next video I do. So I'm just going to end it here, I suppose. But I encourage you to check out Haiti for yourself. Very interesting, right? Obviously destroyed many times by hurricanes and earthquake, and now probably by gang leaders. That's Dessalines. See, there's that. This is him for sure. So, we're keeping an eye on Haiti in 2024. just praying and hoping that all goes well for the people here, because they have certainly suffered long enough. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. Next, we're going to be hopping down to South America, to Uruguay, to another area named after a very important person in Uruguay's history. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have a good